What is going on, guys? This is Youngling Jr. So, just a little update information. I felt like that was extremely important with Antonio Brown. He released a statement and about the pretty much the Buccaneers organization and their agenda. Now, according to that game, right, and to Antonio Brown's point of view, he had an ankle injury. He was battling with this ankle injury for many games. And, he ended up, to prepare for the game, he still decided to suit up and all that stuff. And he ended up getting like a painkiller. So a lot of NFL players, they can get little painkillers to help them get a little boost. And so they can tough certain injuries out and still be productive on the field, right, for a temporary time. And he ended up doing that. He ended up doing everything he could for that. And he was actually on the field for 26 plays. That's when I think he had like 3 receptions for like 30 yards, something like that. But he was there for like 26 plays and everything. And I think when he sat out, he ended up stating that according to the letter, you guys have to read it. I follow him on Twitter. He ended up saying that Bruce Arians, the football coach, he ended up talking to him. It's like, hey, started yelling at him like, what are you doing? And AB proceeded to stand up for himself like he always do. He was saying, hey man, I'm injured. I got an ankle injury. You know this. And this was prior knowledge too. He ended up even texting him days prior. Now the crazy part was is that Antonio Brown, he had limited practice. He did not practice, throughout the week leading up to this game. So he had a knowledge, and a lot of every football coach, you even look at the press conference, okay, and NFL coaches, they always have to give out an injury update. They always have to give out, even reporters ask about that, who's going to be able to play, who's active, who's inactive, who is questionable or doubtful in that situation. So of course, Bruce Arians knew about this. This is actually one of his star players. Okay, and this is a team, a Super Bowl champion team. This is a team that's trying to look for a repeat. So, of course they had that chemistry. This is just something that they do. But, according to Bruce Arians, he ended up denying it. And, think about what Antonio Brown is that he looking like, look, man, I never fake any type of injury. He ended up saying like, hey, he had an MRI and he had a broken bone ligaments, a cartilage loss. I mean, the bone is like literally sticking out. And it's a little bit different. You're probably like saying, okay, well, how come he had the ability when he erupted emotionally to, jog on the field, do some jumping jacks and left? I mean, it's a little bit different when, he wasn't putting too much pressure on there at that time compared to, being potentially hit on every single play, right, on offense. And, he's not the type of person to quit on his team. And he said mental illness had nothing to do with this. And we, as the media, we kind of assume that because the way he, we always refer to that hit that he had, when he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Cincinnati Bengals. I think it was a playoff game or, regular season game. And Vontaze Burfict, hit him pretty hard. And he hasn't been the same ever since. And then he had off the field trouble, too, because of his character. And we know the whole situation when he was cussing out his baby mom. Then he was at a hotel. He threw a couch, out the hotel. That's almost killing a toddler. That's pretty, crazy. It's egregious, man. But with Antonio Brown in this situation, man, I still think he should get some type of help, though, how to, critically think. And I still think, even if this is true, the Bucs organization is wrong for this. But I still believe that, Antonio Brown should have at least talked to Bruce Arians on the side on this situation and stuff like that, But, I mean, maybe it was real heated, talk to him in any kind of way. And, Bruce Arians, according to the letter, he was just like, hey, man, if you're not going to play, you're out. So pretty much they cut him. So he was like, all right, forget it. I'm not going to wear this. I'm not part of this brand. Forget this. And that's when he erupted. But, it is what it is, man. He's still on the roster. And, I don't know if he's still going to be fine. So it has nothing. I don't want to crush the rumors. It has nothing to do with his performance incentives because people were stating that, they took him out of the game because, he was going to get like a $333,000 incentive bonus and they didn't want to pay him that much money. And I'm looking like, okay, if that's true, then why is he angry that, if the ankle injury and stuff, why is he angry that, coach put him out the game? So that didn't make any sense. So it definitely had to been his ankle and he was taking his health. His health is extremely important. Like, and I truly agree with that. With BMT, I was talking about, like, when RG3 messed his career up, he haven't been right ever since. I'm pretty sure he talked to Shanahan like, look, man, in that playoff game, like, I can't play like this on a high level. Like, I have to sit down. And now, ever since then, like, he been, second string, hasn't been as productive in this rookie year. And that's life. That's a long term. And that hurt his confidence, man. So, like, these injuries, man, it's extremely important, bro. So, I do believe in some things you can tough it out, but with that, the ankle is so much pressure you got to use on that, and as a wide receiver, you got to get away from defenders and catch the. It's not worth it at the end. So, in this situation, yeah, Antonio Brown has a case. I still would like for him to be on the field still. Give him his off for next season. That's what is looking at. He might be out for the season, and because he said he's gonna be back 100% and business is gonna be booming. But man, I just wish the chemistry of Bruce Arians and Tony Brown would be a little bit better, man. And it's probably off too. And that's probably led to the reason why he erupted on that football field against the Jets. But and he didn't even, of course, I don't think he didn't. After he went to the locker room, he ended up, with the meeting up with the Mets Uber driver. I think he ended up going to a Brooklyn Nets game. But it is what it is, man. So, that's the updated information. That was an interesting statement. And yeah, a lot of these organizations don't invest in their teammates when it comes to this, man. They're just using them. So I'm glad that Tony Brown was able to smarten up on that, but I know I just still wish that he could have at least professionally kind of handled that, like just sit down for a little bit and they just cut him. I know it sucks, because you feel like, what's the point of me being here? You're just going to continuously to ridicule me because I decided not to play and I got an ankle injury, and he didn't get any type of medical attention. So it's Bruce Arians' fault too on that. But and the Bucs organization found him on that, so it is what it is, man. But he's still a human being. Yeah, I understand he made a lot of mistakes, but you still got to take care of your players. So those sides of the story, man. That's all we have to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. This was some Corey to ESPN. I just thought this was really interesting. All right, I'm out. Deuces.